Good day, grade 6. Today we're going to infer the target audience. Hello once again. I am Mrs. Jennifer M. Sabrado, your teacher in English 6. So, inferring the target audience. To be able to do that, let us first answer this. What is inferring? What is a target audience? When we say audience, to whom do we refer it? So, inferring is when you explain your observation based on reasoning that you already know. Example, the sky is gray, therefore it's going to rain. For we all know that when the sky is gray, it is going to rain. Also, to infer is to think beyond the words and pictures. You are analyzing. It is also arriving at a conclusion by reasoning from evidence. You have a basis. Example, Antonio was full of mud. Maybe he fell in the swamp on his way here. Because the speaker knows that there is a swamp on the way of Antonio. That's why the speaker were able to infer that he fell into the swamp. Number two example. Lisa is absent today. I heard she went to her grandmother who was sick. That could be the reason of her absence. The speaker knows that Lisa visited her grandmother who is sick. That's why the speaker inferred that Lisa got sick because of her grandmother, which could have been the reason of her absence. Another way is to use the word infer in the sentence per se. Example, I inferred from what she said that you have not been well. Or, by measuring the motion of the galaxies in a cluster, astronomers can infer the cluster's mass. Using the word infer in a sentence made it explicitly implying inferring. So that is inferring. Now let's go to target audience. So target audience refers to a particular group at which a film, book, advertising campaign is aimed, like particular groups like drivers. So the corporate commercial is intended for them due to the nature of their job. It also refers to a group of people who were identified as intended recipient of an advertisement or message. Example is the diaper or formula milk commercial, which targets the mother, young or old, rich or not so rich, and even average people as long as the mother is with the baby to use the product. It is also called the target population. If the product is intended for many people, like the students or the entire student body at the school, that is the target population. Or if it is intended demographic or readers. If there's a specific economic status or age bracket to whom the commercial is intended to, example, young school aged children, that is demographic. Authors or advertisements may target audience according to number one, demographic. This group includes attributes such as age, income, education, gender. So, demographic composed of age, income, education, and gender. And authors should use these demographics to inform, persuade, or entertain. So, after demographic is interest. This data is about a person's hobby or passion. A hobby is something you do for fun, but back away when you want. It's not something you want to do constantly or even for work. While a passion is something you do to feel whole, something that you miss with your heart, not just your hands. It's something you don't mind doing for work or repeatedly. So, after demographic and interest is the purchase intention. Audiences are divided into groups of users who look for a specific product. Examples of audience type in these groups are women's in their 20s would most likely to buy trendy bags and shoes, while mothers were to buy milk or diapers. Men would indulge into sports stuffs or liquor, etc. So young kids have different demographics and interests. Different women also have different demographic, interests, and purpose of purchase. Same thing goes with male population. They also have different demographic, interests, and purpose of purchase. So when writing for a target audience, The writer should keep this in mind. Number one, the age of the audience. The age of the target audience should be considered by the author. With this, the author can easily group the audience's interests and likes based on age. The appropriate tone to take in the writing. If the author knows that the readers are children, he or she will use an age appropriate tone. Same as if the readers would be adults. The writer can freely use words that are for the adult's liking. And the purpose of the paper. Is it to educate or inform, or to entertain for leisure? When the writer knows the target audience, he or she will shape both the purpose and the tone of the writing to match the audience's needs and expectations. Once the purpose is defined, the author can write something that is intended for a specific audience he or she is aiming to. So, to infer is to think beyond words and pictures. It is also arriving at a conclusion by reasoning from evidence. So, how are we going to identify the target audience? By demographic, by interest, by purchase intention. And when writing for a target audience, the writer should keep this in mind: the age of the audience, the appropriate tone to take in the writing, and the purpose of the paper. So, our target achieved. You are ready for your next activity. Good job and see you soon. Bye for now.